Hey, let's cover changing or hiding the date of your Squarespace blog posts. And there's a couple places to do that. I'm going to jump right in here, and I've got this website that I've used a few times because it's cute and fun. So when you first log into your blogs, your Squarespace website, you're going to see pages over here in the left nav menu. I'm going to click on that, and then you should have a blog. And it could be anywhere in this list. It might be up here in the main nav like this one, or it might be down in the not linked. Every website's built a little bit differently, but I've clicked on blog, and as you can see, I get this summary page with the blog posts on it, and you see this list of blog posts here. Now, you can hide the blog posts in several different places, whether it is a summary like this or if it is on the actual blog post page itself. So I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to go to the blog post page. I clicked on one of them, and you can see up here the metadata, and it's written by my company login name. But this June 19th date, let's just say you don't really care to have that date there. Maybe it's aging out and it's not the best look to have the date on there. If I click over here on the right under edit section, like I just did a second ago, you can see we can show and hide categories. We can show and hide the date. As you can see, as I toggle it, the date goes away. Maybe hide the author name, the author profile. None of that is necessary here. And then I can either click off, or I can also just click save, easy enough, and hit exit. And the blog post pages themselves will no longer have that. Now, if I was to come back in, I'm going to click on the word blog up here. You can see that on the blog summary, the list of blog post pages itself, you can see right here that each post does have its date. And let's say I'm not proud of the fact that I haven't blogged on here since 2019. It's not really my blog. Keep that in mind. So I'm going to hit exit here. So what I did was click edit. And this is true for pretty much everything in the Squarespace interface. If you click edit, it becomes editable. And I move my mouse around. You can see one of the options I get here is to manage posts over on the right and edit section. We want to edit the section. If I hit manage posts, I'm going to go back to that list of blog posts where you get to retouch any of the individual posts. Here, I want to hit edit section. And you can see there's quite a few options in here. And one of them, if I scroll down, is to show and hide the excerpt, the read more link. You can see, I'll scroll, you can see there's a read more link. And then down here under meta, and that's often what this content, like the blog post title, the category, the author, it's often called meta content. So here we can show that we see that we can change its position to the top or the bottom. We can decide which categories we're showing or which meta content pieces we're showing. In this case, it's showing categories even though we're not using categories, so I can hide that. You can also see that one of the options here is date. If I change that to author, you can see it moves to my author name. But one of the options here is none, and as you can see, it goes away. Now, a little pro tip here is this meta spacing is still there. So if I scroll this meta spacing down to 0, you can see it really tightens up the space between the photo image, if you're using one, and the title of the blog post, in this case, blog post title 4. So that's a great way to kind of manage that spacing. So I'm just going to click off here and hit save and exit. But if you're using a summary block, that wouldn't have gotten rid of all of these. So I'm going to show you how to update the summary block after I've shown you how to change the date. So one little pro tip here is if you're looking at your list of blog posts, if I hit this ellipses inside of this subtle circle here and hit settings, under options and then under status, and sorry, this is a few clicks in, you can see the published date of the blog post here, like we were looking at earlier, 2019, June 2019, and it was the 19th of June. So if we wanted to change that date, we could just pick another day. That's a great way to resort them and put them in a specific order, is to just mind the date that way. You can also edit the time. I don't know if time of day is always that critical with a blog post, maybe more like an event. In this regard, we can also continue clicking until we come to a month that is in, after the date of publish or before the date of publish, and just change the month and or the year. As you can see, as I keep clicking here, we're up to February. We're in 2023. We're in 2024. And we can make this a April 5th, 2024, just a random day. And that date will have changed for that blog post. You can see here that date changed for the blog post itself. And this is back-end UI, the editor UI. So the readers, viewers of your website won't see that. So I'm going to back all the way up now because I told you I'd show you how to edit a summary block. So I'm back here on the home page of this website, and I'm going to scroll down. You can see I've got a summary block here, and that date is sneaking back in here. So you can't, changing the blog post or date settings doesn't cascade. So if you edit it, viewability down at the blog post level, it won't take it off of any other instance. You've got to go to each instance and update those. So, excuse me. So if I scroll down here and I hit edit button at the top, I'll do that again. Hit the edit button at the top left and scroll all the way down here and find that summary block. And if I click this, you'll see this pencil, and I can hit pencil to get in there. Another way to get in there would be to double click it. You get the same modal window here. So you can see that the blog is selected. You can always pick another one if you have those. The date posted is the primary metadata here. So if we say none, you can see the blog date goes away. And I can hit save and exit. And we have now removed the blog date from every single instance of the blog posts, displaying of that content throughout the website. So I hope this was helpful. And I hope that if you have any questions, you just hit me up down in the comments. You can like and subscribe. I super appreciate you. And I hope you have a tremendous time editing your Squarespace website.